Welcome to Move in Serenity and to this Daoist Flow practice, Sight Body Love. My name is Thyra and I'll be leading you through this practice today. It is a flowy yet strong Vinyasa practice, moving through twists and bends, hydrating the fascia in our body to keep it healthy. We begin in a comfortable seated position in the mid-center of our mats. The hands rest relaxed on our knees, the eyes are closed. With an in-breath, slowly reach your hands up towards the sky, bringing the palms of your hands together and dropping them in the prayer position in front of your chest down. Now slowly reach your left hand towards the sky again and bend to the right, windmilling your hands to change positions. Slowly stretching the side body with each bend from side to side. Be curious how it feels in your body, each arm doing a different task. Now drop your right hand to the floor, but continue with reaching the top arm towards the side. Swing from side to side, one hand touching on the floor, giving some stability while the other encourages an even deeper stretch into the side body. Explore now by dropping the top hand next to the hand on the mat. In a twist, explore your spine in cat and cow-like movements. Doing this on one side and then moving to the other side. Placing both hands parallel on the mat in a seated twist and exploring how our spine feels if we extend or round the spine and the back and the neck. Take your time, slowly changing between one side to the other. I encourage you to free movements. Enjoy the sensations. After the next round finishes, we will come back to center and slowly clasp our hands behind our lower back, pulling from the wrists into a slight back bend. Be mindful not to collapse your neck. Now slowly fold forward over your legs, maybe pulling a little with your hands. Come to center, and now remaining in a comfortable seated position. If you were cross-legged, maybe you want to switch to the other leg and explore some spinal movements with extensions and flexions, rounding the spine, contracting the core, and extending with the sensation of a slight back bend. I encourage you to explore other movements as well, like circumduction, circling above our hip, continuing the spinal movements as well during these rotations. Enjoy the sensations and breathe slowly and mindfully. If you were choosing to circumduct, I encourage you now to change sides. How does this feel? Does it feel any different? Reach your hands now back to the sky and fingertips looking towards each other. Slowly press your palms down and at your chest level forward, rounding your back, bringing your palms back towards next to your shoulders and push your palms forward as if pushing out an invisible wall. How does this feel in your body? Activating the muscles in your back, shoulders and arms. Now bring your right foot above your left knee and reach your left hand above your head in a side bend, windmilling from side to side again with your hands, giving your side body a little stretch while being in a very light twisting position. Now reach your right hand behind you on the mat and twist. Maybe you can bring your left arm in front of your thigh. Matsyendrasana variation. I encourage you to keep moving with your neck to avoid any stiffness and tension. Now slowly open the position and change your legs, bringing your left foot now in front of your right knee on the floor. Beginning with a side bend, windmilling your arms from side to side. Giving the side body some love today. And with the next bend, slowly twist your body and bring your right hand parallel to the left thigh and your left hand behind you on the mat. Turning your head from left to right. You can sometimes have a tendency of twisting by pulling with the neck, so this motion helps to avoid any tension. Now slowly come into a kneeling seat and bring your hands back up towards the sky. And while you're pushing your palms down, your hips lift and you're kneeling on the floor. Continue this pushing down from sky to earth. Again, once more. And finish with eyes closed. Thumb and index finger touch, and we will begin some Kapalabhati breathing, pulling the navel back towards our spine with strong intent, breathing out that way, and then involuntarily breathing back in automatically at the end of this push. If you've never practiced this before, just breathe very deep diaphragmatic breathing into your rib cage, into all sides of your rib cage, and feeling the expansion. Resume natural breathing. Reach your arms to either side of your shoulders into goddess arms and sit back on your heels. one by one connecting thumb with index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Turn your wrists down and bring the center of your fingertips to your heart center. Watch your breathing. Now drop your hands to your knees, brush them forward, and then as if your puppet being pulled by your wrists up, coming upright again, swinging your hands up and back into a slight back bend, swinging your hands forward, back, and down and back again, sitting back on your heels. Continue this swinging motion every time your hands reach up and back, your hips lift, and when they swing down and back, your hips settle down and you round your spine in the motion. Now swing your arms back and down, resting one palm on the ground and continuing this swinging motion with your hip and other arm. Change sides to the other hand and continue this motion from side to side, one hand resting behind you on the mat, giving you some stability in a half camel. Now at your time, come back to center and start shifting your hips from side to side, dropping them slightly off your feet, and bend your neck to the same direction as your hips go. Continue from side to side, and after finishing the next round, I will meet you in a four-legged position, tucking your toes and now shifting slowly forward and back, mobilizing the shoulders. Draw your navel back in and up to engage your core center and giving your spine some relief so you're not dumping into your lower back. Step slightly back and prepare for puppy pose. Chest drops towards the mat. Continue moving back up and forward into a kneeling push-up. We will continue this motion shifting between puppy pose and kneeling push-up, feet reaching towards the ceiling. If puppy pose feels uncomfortable in your body today, you can do the entire sequence in child's pose instead, shifting back and forth between child's pose and kneeling push-up. After the next round, slowly come up into our first downward dog, so feel free to pedal your feet a little bit. I always welcome some free movements where you feel kinks and you want to stretch out rather than being in static stretches. Feel free to also go far up on your tiptoes, stretch yourself tall, hips towards the sky, and drop the heels down. Push forward into plank. First chaturanga. Slowly lower your chest to the floor and cobra pose. Keep your elbows slightly bent. Your hands are pulling backwards as if pushing your chest forward. This helps to take the pressure out of the lower back. Bending from side to side. Now drop your head to the ground. Slowly lift up again into cobra, but lift also now with your hands off the floor, hovering the palms above your mat, engaging your upper back muscles. Drop them and slowly hover your feet up, engaging your glutes and lower back. We will shift now back and forth between the front of our body, preparing ourselves for Shalabhasana. Dropping back down the chest and bringing now the feet up, engaging the leg muscles, the glutes. Drop them back down, and with the next in-breath, reach your hands back next to your hips. Lift your feet, lift your chest. Keep the neck long, engaging the back muscles, and drop again to the floor. Feel free to wiggle your hips a bit from side to side to release any tension. And we will do another round. Bring your hands back. Lift your feet, lift your chest, bending your back. Try to push a little more if it feels okay. Bring your hands next to your chest, tuck your toes, and slowly push yourself up via plank into another downward dog. To broaden your shoulders, fold your armpits in and draw the hands towards each other. Now lift your left leg towards the sky split dog and bring your foot forward in between your hands. Slowly windmill your arms up into Warrior 2 and make sure that your knee is more pushing outwards rather than in. Drop your back hand down, reverse warrior. And now windmill back and forth between reverse warrior and side angle pose. Dropping the back hand down, slightly back bending. Then reaching forward with your front hand and dropping the forearm onto your thigh. Your right hand comes up next to your ear, your left arm as well. Snake's mouth, reaching yourself long, pushing the right foot into the ground. Warrior 2. Draw your hips towards each other, lower ribs fold in to engage the core. Now windmill your arms so the opposite hand to foot comes to the floor in a twisted lunge. The back heel comes up. Play with dropping your knee closer to the mat and straightening your leg again. Repeat this motion a few times. Now drop your upper hand next to your hand on the mat. Bring your front foot out into lizard pose. You can keep your back foot's toe tucked, or you can bring the foot flat on the floor, whatever feels better. I always encourage some free movement, swinging from side to side, or maybe pushing the knee a bit further, giving the hip a deeper stretch. Bend your elbows in a lizard push-up kind of way. Spinal movements while you're going through the motion of the push-ups. Feel the spine, feel your arms, straightening your leg back up and on your tucked toes, whipping forward and back. Drop your knee. Now same hand to foot, bend your back knee up, reaching your hand back to meet your ankle. Pull your heel closer to your butt and bring your front hand up. With the next out breath, drop your hands back on the mat. Straighten your leg and come into plank pose. Lower chaturanga into a low cobra. Keep the elbows bent. Turn your neck from side to side. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Come to your tiptoes and via plank pose. Step left foot forward into warrior 2. Shifting both feet parallel to each other while reaching the arms up and into goddess pose. Now bend forward, and if you are picking up something in front of you, crossing your arms while coming back up. Separating clouds from qigong. Here we would call this stance a horse stance. When the hips are low and the feet are underneath the knees. Continue this motion with your arms, separating clouds. Come back up into standing, shift now to the opposite side. In warrior 2, make sure that the knee is more pushing outward than in reverse warrior. Side angle pose. We will now go through the motions of the previous sequence on the other side now. Going in reverse. See how this feels in your body compared to the previous side. We have a tendency of having different restrictions on each side. Snake's mouth, bringing the tension into your arms, reaching yourself long, spinal extension. Now drop your hand to the floor into twisted lunge. Drop your knee slowly towards the mat and straighten your leg again. Repeat this a few times. After the next round, drop your upper hand next to your other hand on the floor into lizard pose. Swinging from side to side. Exploring different stretches in this pose. Feel free to also push your knee outwards to intensify the stretch. Drop your knee, bring your heel back up and reach back. Same hand to foot. This low lunge variation, drawing your heel back towards your butt, stretching your quads while reaching the front arm towards the sky, balancing. Slowly lower, tuck the toes, swivel back and forth. Now the push-up variation in lizard pose. Bend your elbows and dropping your chest and head towards the mat. Slowly reaching back up. Introduce some wave-like motions. Now reaching up into Warrior 2. Feet parallel, reaching the hands towards the sky. Starfish. Make sure to draw in your hips towards each other and your lower ribs are folded in and your core engaged. Now drop your hip into goddess stance, hands towards the floor, separating clouds, crossing the hands and the arms when reaching back up towards the sky. Feel the spinal movements, the soft swinging of the hands. Warrior 2 towards our first orientation again. So it's the opposite to what we just did. Now twisting from the waist, pushing the back hand forwards and to the side, while bringing the front hand behind our lower back. Now shift sides, always pushing with the opposite hand to front knee, twisting our side body, and pushing the palm towards behind us, while our back hand is on our lower body, fingertips touching together. Change from side to side by pivoting on your heels. This is a dragon variation from qigong with a deep twist. This engages our whole body's fascial lines. After finishing your next twist, come feet parallel to the ground via starfish again, dropping the hips, dropping our hands to the floor, stretching our knees into a forward fold. Maybe you'd want to drop your hands and elbows, and in this wide-legged forward fold I encourage you now to explore different spinal movements, shifting your hips from side to side, shifting your shoulders from side to side, maybe reaching one hand to the ankle and bending the knee to intensify the stretch in the crotch and in the hips. Alternating from side to side. At your own time, just feel your body. Centering the palm underneath your shoulders. Bend your elbows. Be mindful not to overextend and hyperextend your knees or your elbows. Bring one hand to center, the other hand reaches up to the sky in a twist. Crown of your head reaches forward, maybe turning your head from side to side. Push your hand into the ground. Change hands, twisting again now to the other side, pushing the hand into the floor while the other hand reaches to the sky. Broaden your shoulders by making sure you're slightly externally rotating your upper arm, engaging the armpits. Drop back down. If it is within your ream, drop your head to the ground. Hands in tripod and between your legs. Free movement. Now come up into a half bend. Place your hands back on the floor to give you stability. Shift your heels back into the low stance of goddess. Bring your hands up, regulating the breath. Fingertips towards each other, palms up. At your chest level, push your palms back down. Now bring your feet back together, arms reaching up and pushing the hands down. Feel free to repeat this movement once more and slowly come back down on the mat into constructive rest. Feet are planted on the mat, knees are bent, the back and the head is resting on the floor. The knees can knock in towards each other. And breathe with your rib cage expanding with every in-breath. Settle. Now draw one knee towards your chest and stretch out the leg. Now bring the other knee to your chest and also stretch out the leg. The feet are flexed. Slowly, with the help of your hands, bring your hip up into shoulder stand, drawing your shoulders towards each other. The weight is mostly on your hands and your upper arms and the shoulders. Flex and extend your feet. Slowly bring your knees down towards your head and your feet back behind you. Plow pose. You can keep your hands at your hips or bring them to the mat. And slowly, you're just visiting this very quickly. Feet flexed and towards the sky again. Wind your right leg around your left and drop the knees to your left, twisting your upper body and neck to the right. If this is too intense, feel free to parallel your knees, bringing the knees as far up towards the chest as possible in this side twist. With your next out breath, slowly shift back to center. Shift your hips to the other side and wind your left leg over your right and drop your knees to the right, twisting the upper body towards the left. With each breath, feel this slight stretch. Now come back to center and stretch out into Shavasana. Hands can rest next to your body. Pay attention to your breathing, how it expands your chest when you inhale, how it drops your chest and belly when you exhale. Feel Feel free to stay longer in Shavasana and hit pause. If you're ready, then come up, cross your legs into a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed. And slowly bring your hands in prayer in front of your chest. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick yoga session. If you enjoyed the class, please leave a like or a comment and subscribe for future practices with me. Until then, I hope you have a great day.